Good morning to everybody. Thank you so much for giving us, SENSIT, the opportunity to speak in this conclave and to share with you our more than 30 years experience of gas leak detection. What we are talking today is how to apply digital technology to gas leak detection. Gas leak detection is a very common operation, and in gas company, I think everyone knows what we are talking about. What we want to achieve is more safety, reduce the cost, and have less emission. So what we need to achieve these results is, first of all, to have a good data acquisition. So the first point, we will discuss which kind of devices we need to achieve these results. Second is to have a software platform which gives us the possibility to manage all the information that we acquire, and we can enrich this data, having much more results. And the goal is to create, with some business intelligence, some predictive model in order to give some support to people who are the decision maker and needs to plan and to achieve the results of having our network safe. So the first point is that all the instruments that we need, which can be from different sides and with different capability, we have here an example of all the devices that, as SENSIT, we can provide, portable or vehicle mounted. But the most important time is that all these devices need to have time, concentration, and position as built-in capability. So this is the key point of starting all our journey. After that, we need a platform which is, can be server and client side. We can be used on mobile device, on standard tablet or any PC, and will give us the possibility to manage all this information that we acquired on the field. And we called this platform GIS 360 because it's a complete platform which can give us the possibility to manage the data in all their aspects. Starting from this, to achieve this predictive model, we need to have very clearly what are our capability, working capability. So we have one team, we have two teams, we have one car, more cars. What is the capability of research of any of our teams? And this is the starting point, because we need to plan correctly the work in order to get the best results. Once we have defined which are our capability, we need to have a more deep understanding of our assets. So we need to understand from our network standpoint of view, which are the material, when they have been installed, what is when have been checked last time, or the density. They are installed in an urban area or in a rural area. So what can be the external stress on this network? So if I have a pipe which is on a very urbanized area, I have a lot of traffic on this pipe, and this will create a lot of stress on the pipe and increase the capability and the risk to having leaks in the future. Then is it very important to create areas, we call this cluster, which are the minimum quantity of surface that our team need to control and to verify. As said at the beginning, I can have some pedestrian teams which can, for example, control only 5 kilometers of network per day, in compare with some vehicle teams which can control 10 or 15 kilometers per day. So we need to be able, in a good planification, to create exactly the quantity of area which underneath there is exactly the quantity of network that we want to control. No more, no less. Having all these, we can use our business intelligence, take into account our specific team's capacity, all the area that we want to define as our most important area of work, and adding all these parameters that we discussed before, and putting all together, we can create this cluster, which give us exactly the definition of the area in which has the most important interest to work and to find signals or leaks. It's important to understand that this is all customized to the need of each different gas company. So it's customized exactly on the needs of our network. And important is also that it can use, based on a machine learning algorithm, he can learn year by year and month by month from the previous work. So the results of this planification, this is an example, we have a creation of 4 different clusters. And each cluster has a risk factor bound to it, which give me the possibility, bound on all the parameters that we give to the system, the probability to find leaks there. So I will send my teams to work exactly starting for the more high-risk clusters. Suppose that we have cluster number 1 and cluster number 2, and I have the team that they go there, they work, and they do their analysis, and they will find most probably some signals. So in a second step, after a while, it can be weekly, it can be monthly or bi-monthly, I will regenerate, based on the data that I have acquired, all the information, and I will regenerate this cluster. The end results that I can have, and this introduce a new factor, which is called frequency, and it tells me that in this area, where most probably I have relatively new pipes, if I go there and I will check for leaks, I will not find any leaks, or I have a lower probability to find leaks, even if I go again in what is called cluster 2. Because in this area, most probably there are some risk factors which give me the possibility to find more leaks. So at the end, if I have a certain amount of time which I need to check all my network, I need to planify and to increase the efficiency in order to have the possibility to check more times some area which are at higher risk. Because the results that we need to get is not to only check all the areas, but to find in the shortest time possible all the signals. Because if a signal remains there, actually we are increasing the risk that this signal transform itself in a possible dangerous situation. Or even it's create an emission. So we have a loss of methane, which is a loss of money, but is even a loss of hydrocarbons in the atmosphere. And we are all this discussion here and all this hydrogen transition because we want to avoid this. So the first point to have a better and efficient system is to reduce the leak that we have in our actual system. So these are the results that we achieve working with this system in a gas company. And they started in 2018, and they have a capability of roughly 20-25 kilometers per day. And planning exactly on their capability, the work, they were able to increase until 2021 to 35 kilometers per day. And this increase in efficiency gives us the possibility to have a bigger quantity of network that has been checked. Coming back to the previous concept, it means that we can have more time that we can control the same network but in the higher risk position, giving us a better results in finding faster the leak that can be dangerous beyond our network and reducing the amount of leaks that are emitting in the atmosphere. In the second graph here, we can see something different, and it is a percentage. The purple one are the leaks that are found by the team on the field, and the blue one are the leaks that are found because someone, normal population, normal citizen, they call the gas company and they say, I smell gas, or there is a dangerous situation, so come here and find the leak. If someone will find a leak, it means that is a big leak, because it means that he has the capability of smelling something. It means that the leaks is there for a certain amount of time that can create a possible dangerous situation. And increasing this capability of the teams and having this planning of working on the most dangerous situation in more dangerous areas, they decrease the quantity of leak that were found by the population by 30%. And the last but not least important aspect is that they were able, counting the quantity of gas that was emitting due to the emissions of this leak, to reduce a quantity of 58% of emission in the gas leak networks. So it's important, with a good planification and using the tool that today we have, to reduce the quantity of methane that we can release in the atmosphere. And this will create more safety networks and reduce the risk of any accident in the network. Thank you so much.